Hi everyone, Alexa here from the blog theduvallhomestead.com, and today I'm going to take you along and show you 5 easy late spring recipes that you can make for your family. These are all spring meals that can last you into summer, just to kind of get you out of the heavy winter meal season and into the lighter meals for spring and summer. I'm going to be sharing with you, I think, 5 different recipes, but I actually haven't counted them. But I've just taken a camera along with me for a week and filmed different meals that we've been cooking. I will have the recipe for these linked below. I think I have all of them on my blog. If not, they're coming, so just check the description below depending on when you're watching this video, and you can find the recipes there. I try to make these videos as real as possible, so I'm taking you along on my day-to-day, so I'm not always as dressed as I am now or with makeup on, but nonetheless, you will see just some meals that I cook up for my family, and hopefully it'll give you some inspiration to cook some for yours too. I know that sometimes you get in a rut with cooking the same meals every single week. I even have gotten to the point where it's been the same day, so Monday night has been this, Tuesday night is this, Wednesday night is this, every week. I don't know if you've ever done that. And then all of a sudden I realize I'm doing it and I'm like, okay, we gotta change this up. I carry Allison in this backpack with me a lot of the times when I'm cooking because she doesn't feel like being on the floor anymore and she wants to be held, but I still need to use my hands, and so this is how I do that. I will be doing a lot of sourdough in this video. If you're brand new to the world of sourdough, I'll link below how to make a sourdough starter. I'm sure you've heard of it because it's kind of all the rage right now to do sourdough, but you just basically keep a starter at your house and you can use it for all these different recipes. And I have the full tutorial on how to do that on my blog, so just head over there if you want to see how to do it. All right, these are all late spring, early summer meals that I want to share with you that you can cook for your family. So today I'm making sourdough bagel BLTs, one of our favorites. It's a great lunch idea. You could even have it for dinner. Making bagels has become a staple in our household because they're so much better than the store-bought ones, and you can really put anything on them like cold cuts, turkey meats, cheese, cream cheese. We do salmon lox a lot. Of course, I really like BLTs, and so we're gonna do bacon, lettuce, tomato, avocado. How you make these, I have a whole blog post about them, so if you want to make sourdough bagels, I'll leave a link below. But basically, I started the dough yesterday. Now, if you make bread products, usually you make a dough and there's a lot of stretching and folding, but with bagels, you just make the dough and then you leave it all night on the counter, which makes them very easy to make. So I made the dough yesterday by combining flour, water, salt, honey, and then today I took the dough out and started to make bagels. Now, I let the dough sit in the fridge for actually 2 days because I thought I was gonna make them yesterday and then didn't. So it's another nice thing about this kind of dough is it can actually just sit in the fridge, so you can make the dough whenever you have time and then put it in the fridge, and then when you're ready to bake them, pull it out. So first what you do is you bring a pot of water to a boil, you add some sugar, and then you're gonna boil the bagels a minute on each side, and then you add the toppings. We have bagel seasoning, and my other favorite is cheese. Then you just bake them at 425 for I think about 20 minutes. I'll have to check my recipe. And then I will make bacon on a cast iron skillet and serve it with cream cheese, lettuce, bacon, tomato, and avocado if we have one. This is gonna be a really good lunch. It's one of my favorites. Okay, today I'm gonna take you along as I make us another great meal. We're gonna do potatoes, some smoked salmon, feta cheese, tomatoes, and spinach. So this is one of those recipes that I'm just using whatever I have on hand. So I have all that food on hand. I thought, why not put them all together? So first I'm going to chop up some potatoes. It's good to get these into really small cubes here, and then we're gonna roast them. I'm gonna season them with some avocado oil because I'm gonna roast these at a high temperature. Salt and pepper, some paprika, and then I'm going to saute the spinach and the tomatoes, some butter and garlic and olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper, And I'm gonna put that over on top of the potatoes with some shredded cheese and then the smoked salmon on top. We've been buying smoked salmon a lot recently because it's a really easy thing to prepare and eat. You don't have to really prepare it, you could just eat it plain. Salmon is one of our favorite parts of living in the Northwest, as we have a lot of wild caught salmon. So good for you and our family, so I do try to buy that whenever I can. And I also love the flavor of the tomato and the spinach over potatoes. It's very Mediterranean, and we are not fully on the Mediterranean diet, but we just naturally eat very Mediterranean. We tend to have a protein and a vegetable, very simple, and so this meal goes right along that Mediterranean style of eating. Alright, today I'm making a creamy chicken and wild rice soup. This is something I'm going to whip up quickly because we are going to a farm today to pick up some plant starts. It's late spring now, and so the kale and lettuce and vegetables, everything under the sun is ready to go at our local farm. Hi, Allison. And so we're gonna go pick that up, and so I need to whip up something quickly for lunch though because I'm a little bit late. I did a workout this morning. Whenever I do that, pushes everything in the day a little bit later, makes me a little bit stressed out, which is why I need to just start waking up earlier. But nonetheless, I gotta get dinner or lunch on right now. So I'm gonna take you along with me as I make this because this is a great recipe for incoming summer time when you are looking to make soups with your bone broth, but you don't want to have like the potatoes and really heavy soups. It's more of a summery soup. Okay, so we're gonna start by heating up a large stock pot on the stove on medium heat. Add a little bit of olive oil or butter. We're gonna chop up half an onion. Add about 3 medium-sized carrots. I'm doing 3 celery sticks here, even though my recipe normally calls for mushrooms, but I don't have any mushrooms, so I just thought, well, I'd throw on some celery because I do have celery. I'm gonna add a whole quart of bone broth. You actually want to use 2 quarts total, but I only have 1 quart left. I need to make more, so I'm gonna use this up and then I'm gonna just use filtered water for the rest. Rice will absorb quite a bit, that's why you have to use so much. And then a cup of rice, about 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breasts. This would also be great for leftover chicken. If you have a bunch of leftover chicken, you can just chop it up and put it in here at the end. And it might look really watery, but the rice will just eat up all that bone broth and water. So now that the chicken is done, I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of the pot, cut it up into little pieces, and then put it back in before we serve it. totally forgot an ingredient because I am working quickly, as I said at the beginning of the video. So the last step is you're gonna wanna put about a half a cup of cream and I think a quarter cup einkorn flour. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm doing the flour because it's a nice thickener and I like einkorn. You've probably heard me use it on this channel before just because it's a higher quality grain. So we're gonna go ahead and add those now too. Okay, this morning we're gonna do a breakfast edition. We're gonna make sourdough einkorn pancakes, which is a new recipe that I just came up with. I wanted to make waffles with this recipe, but I got the cast iron waffle maker that I wanted, and it needs to be seasoned first before using, which I should have known because cooking with cast iron, you have to season your cast iron before you use it, and I did not do that, and it's now very sticky. So I'm gonna season that and make waffles another time, but with the batter, we're just gonna make pancakes because pancake and waffle batter is very similar. So I started this recipe last night. I combined einkorn flour, sourdough starter, and milk. Let that sit on the countertop overnight. And then this morning it was really poofy and I just added eggs, salt, baking soda, honey as a natural sweetener, coconut oil, and stirred that up and then let that rest for about a half an hour before I started making the pancakes. Probably seeing me a lot in this what we eat in a week cooking video without any makeup because Allison is still sleeping in our bed and naps in our bed as well. I can't go in our bedroom when she's sleeping, which is a lot of the time. So if I don't have makeup on, it's not because I didn't have time or didn't feel like putting it on, it's because Allison's asleep and I couldn't go in the room. I'm gonna take you along as I make this really quick lunch. This is something that I've been making a lot recently. It's very easy to make on a quick weeknight. You'll just need a meat, a vegetable, and then some rice. So I'm gonna cook some rice in the Instant Pot with bone broth. Using bone broth in your rice is a nice way to get bone broth in, kind of sneak it in. Adds a little bit of nice flavor to the rice as well. And then I'm going to cook some sausages. Now today I have pork sausages, but I've also used chicken sausage. Any kind of meat you want to do here, you could do a ground meat. I'm going to cut up some onions and peppers and saute those as well. I'm gonna use some sweet chili sauce from the Date Lady. I get this sauce on Amazon. It's just a very easy go-to to put on whatever you're making and make it taste good. It's made with dates. The ingredients are California dates, apple cider vinegar, garlic powder, sea salt, and crushed red pepper, and it's all organic. So it's sweetened naturally. It's a nice way to add flavor. So I'm just gonna combine all those and it'll be just a vegetable, meat, rice medley. Okay, today I'm making sourdough einkorn pizza, Hawaiian style, which is my favorite flavor. And I'm going to combine einkorn flour, sourdough starter, salt, and water in a dough. And I did that this morning. You can also do this the night before and let it sit out to ferment a long time. This is a nice meal because you can just buy ham from the store, like deli sandwich ham, and just slice it up. That's what I do. And then you can use fresh or frozen pineapple. A lot of times I have frozen pineapple because I use it for my smoothies. Put frozen pineapple and other frozen berries in my smoothie. But our store actually had fresh organic pineapple. So I'm using that today, which is a huge treat. I'll have this recipe up on the blog, but it's really simple. You just roll your dough out. You do need 2 cast irons for this. You preheat your oven to 450, get it really hot, and preheat the cast irons. And then you put your dough on the cast irons, cook those for about 10 minutes. I season the dough first with some avocado oil because it's high heat and can handle the high temperature. And then some salt, garlic powder, and herbs. It's really good. take the crust out of the oven and then you put the toppings on. So the tomato sauce, your cheese, ham, and of course pineapple. And then you put it back in the oven and cook that for 10 more minutes. It's a really easy lunch and very easy cleanup too, because the pizzas just slide right out of the cast iron super easily. There's no sticking and very little mess. Alright, well thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you got some inspiration for some late spring, early summer meals. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite one is or what you're looking forward to cooking the most. If you're brand new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Every week I post new videos on farm-to-table recipes and homemade natural living. Thank you so much for stopping by the Duvall Homestead.